This is a new flash microphone, RealFlashTV, Melbourne Cup Day. Thanks, I'm Scott from RealFlashTV. We're a real estate internet-based community program.
Gold Coast real estate is booming at the moment.
Buy as much as you can.
And the prices are good.
Have you got a house you want to sell?
No.
I'd sell it myself personally.
Would you? Are you a real estate agent?
No.
But you'd rather sell it yourself than choose a real estate?
Rather, to be honest with you, I'd rather save the commission.
No, that's great. This is exactly what we want to know, what people think.
Yeah, no, I'd sell it myself. I'd go to try to sell it myself.
I won't pay for paper advertising. I think it's a waste of time, very expensive. It's one-off and it doesn't always work.
We like real estate agents to ring us back within 24 hours of, we put in an email query, you ring us back the next day, we're more than likely to go to your company than anybody else.
And do agents actually not return the email? Do you find that?
Oh, 70% don't. Oh, you get your automatically generated email from realestate.com or whatever, but for someone to personally ring back the next day is not usual.
What do you like about auction?
The excitement.
Go deeper, drill deeper.
It's a great market to be in, I think.
Oh, I love the excitement.
It's beyond booming. It's at the stage where people are, before they can advertise, before the agents can advertise, the property's sold.
Every time you would find a place you'd think you'd like to have a look at, they were already sold. Because I see signs up, probably 2 weeks or under, they've already been sold.
It's actually pretty rare to get an agent to bring you a deal that stacks up.
I've got a son-in-law that's in the game. I'd enlist his help.
So would you pay him?
No.
So you're involved in the advertising at the paper?
Yeah.
We did a 10,000 page ad with a group of B&Bs that I used to have in Sydney called the Hawkesbury Hideaways, which I still run. 10,000 page, and we all averaged about 3 phone calls out of it.
You had a good relationship with an agent, but they advised you not to advertise. How'd that affect your decision?
Well, it would probably affect my decision a little bit because I'd wonder how would they be marketing my property, and if they're doing it in a personal way. And from past experience in Brisbane, I had a particular agent, and he said, "Look, don't worry about advertising. I'll put it straight on the web." And I was a bit uncomfortable. He was a nice guy, so I went with him, and it was sold on the web overnight. So
the net is the way people go these days. Papers get chucked in the bin, and I don't mean that in a respect that I think a lot of things can be advertised, but I think that it is too expensive for a one-off unless you're couple of $1 million property.
Sold in one day?
Yeah.
A bit of information on the property you had advertised heading to the Esplanade Beach.
Oh, that's a cracker, that one. Database letter. If you were to choose a real estate agent to sell your house, what criteria would you look for knowing so many of them?
Yeah, I guess I'd look for someone that's perhaps give me some personal service, someone I can trust, and it's not always reflected in the name of the agency. It's probably the person, the actual person, the agent himself that you're dealing with, or herself.
If you were selling a property now, would you consider auctioning it because of the way the market is?
I don't think you'd need to. I think it'd be, well, I would imagine that'd be quite stressful. For me, anyway, I wouldn't go that way. I don't think you'd need to here.
But if a property's selling in 1 or 2 weeks, don't you think they're underpriced?
I don't think so, really.
Do you reckon fair deal for the buyer?
Yeah, I do.
Would you believe that I had a lady before saying that she thought it'd be too stressful?
Well, it is, but it's exciting stress. It's not knowing what the final number is going to be, and if you're buying, it's knowing you have a certain number that you can go to and trying to achieve the objective within that number.
What's your criteria for choosing a real estate agent?
I'd probably choose one that was local and had a good knowledge of the area.
Jamie Burke, who's a partner in this project here,
right,
the tavern, he just sold a development site for me down the road. So FN, commercial FN?
That's
fantastic.
You really think that there's no value in employing a real estate agent and it's better to save the fee than get someone to do the job?
Well, to be honest with you, it's a matter of saving the commission. I think the commissions are too high. And I think if you can save yourself money, why not? That's the name of the game, isn't it, really?
I'd suss out the agents and go and interview the principals and get a bit of a vibe for the agency. And if there's a good vibration going on and they're busy and there's a lot of energy, then that'd be a pretty good sign that they know what they're doing.
11:30.
Okay, so you want to do 11 to 11:30?
Saturday and Sunday, and yes, I'll be there.
And I don't believe in paying huge amounts for advertising. That's your job. You earn your commission.
But we only earn it when we sell it.
Oh, well, it still doesn't matter. That makes you work harder.
Did you know?
Pay for all the advertising. What have you got to
Did you know this is a Gold Coast Bulletin fundraiser? See, even Real Flash TV can't stop me from my responsibilities.
Thank you for selecting Ray White Burley Waters and Ray White Commercial Burley, the trusted names
I'm on hold. You know I hate being on hold in my own office.
She's not answering her phone.
But I mean, theory being, a real estate agent's supposed to make you money. I mean, it's supposed to, it's what ends up in your hand, isn't it?
To be honest, with some of the dealings I've had with real estate people, they tell you the property's worth X, but a lot of times they overvalue the properties and sometimes they undervalue them. So personally, I'd like to get a valuer in to get to know what the valuation of the property is, and once I've got the valuation of the property, go and do my own thing.
Knowledge of property values and current market trends in the area is second to none.
What if there was no investment and you didn't have to pay for any advertising to auction it? So it was just a free auction. What would you consider it then?
Yeah, I guess that would sway me to a degree. Okay. Yes, yeah.
So is it possibly it's the investment with not knowing what the outcome will be?
Yeah, and I think it's just the whole thing to me seems a very stressful situation. People...
I've done hundreds of auctions. I'm only 25. Do you think I look stressed?
We strive always to get you the highest possible price in the shortest.
Everyone deserves a go, mate. If you were selling a house in Brisbane, how would you choose your agent?
I'd use the agents I've used for the past 5 years.
Okay, so the relationship with the agent.
Absolutely.
So you target market. My property is a target market. And you've got to get the real estate working on a target area, and no good wasting time. I don't want to tidy my house up for people.
The last house I sold within 2 days because they knew who to approach for the specific house.
So did you feel like you'd undersold it, selling it in 2 days?
Not at all, not at all.
Real Flash TV, Scott.
You are? You wanted the walk, didn't you? I'm starting to feel like a goose now.
You get a rapport going with somebody, so I think if you've got the rapport going and you've got faith in them, then yes, you'd definitely go with them.
Would it surprise you that a majority of the auction agents, they have a relationship with over 12 months with their clients before they auction their property?
Well, I didn't know that, wasn't aware of that, no.
Apparently that's a statistic from Mark McLeod. You tell me if I'm right or wrong, Mark. It's obviously the relationship still's a big thing with yourself.
Yeah, I think that goes with any sale. I sell advertising to agents as well, so and I developed that relationship with my clients, and it works for me, and on the basis that I'm not there to sell advertising just for the sake of the sale, because we want the advertising to work, so we try to in other words, we're partnering with our clients, and that's important. If we don't partner with them, then we're not. It's a sham, if you know what I mean.
I just sold one last week for $3 million that had a bank valuation the week before for $2,750,000. How would you work it out, though?
Well, I think that was they were good salesmen if you did that. I think I'll give you top marks.
So, can I help you with selling any property at the moment?
No, you certainly can't. All my properties, my ex-wives have got.
We shall. It's open listed.
Thank you.
Go for it.
Just like buying anything, people buy from people.
Good sales pitch. Okay,
cheers. We've got a lot of new people starting in the industry, and they're competing with experienced agents who have relationships with clients. Do you have any advice or an opinion on what a new agent could do?
Is get yourself known out there. Get yourself out into the marketplace and talk to people. You can't sit in an office and do that.
As you can see, the race is just about to start. We're down here at the Ivory Hotel. This one we're going to call Nude Relationships, and I think you know what that's all about. All the best.